Okay, a safe space isn't just conversation. I feel like men overall have a very hard time being open and soft with anybody in general. Or is that wrong? Your reaction was crazy. What does that mean?
It's because I hear this
I mean,
every episode. I hear women project that y'all want an emotion.
I'm
Talk to y'all
asking
about
though.
things.
I'm asking.
It's a projection because men are not meant to be emotional. We are
This
supposed
is
to be
a question.
stoic.
It's
We are
okay
logical
for you to
beings.
be that
Hold on.
way,
One
We're
mic
logical
at a
beings.
time. One mic at a time.
We're logical beings. Okay. Here's the thing: women are very emotional because there's a lot, and throughout all of history, for 300,000 years of Homo sapiens, there's a lot that is good to make y'all emotional. There's a lot of reasons behind it. There's a lot of biological reasons behind it. There's a lot of biological reasons. Hold on. There's a lot of biological reasons why men are super stoic and very logical. So when you tell a man you need to be emotional more, you need to talk about these things. It doesn't. It actually is the opposite of what really needs to be happening.
I stated that anyone needs anything. It's giving, projecting. You need something, that's okay. But I was just offering and asking a question with your opinions. If men do need that space, because a lot of the time I've heard, and I've grown up with a lot of men just around me that have expressed that to me.
Yeah.
And
are you still with those men?
They're all my homeboys.
She's saying family.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're basically family. Yeah. I've grown up with a lot of homeboys. Yeah.
But I want you to understand, though, society has pushed feminism. All these things have pushed that men are supposed to be okay being emotional and stuff. That it's all a very big lie, and that's why there's a lot of men, because there's a lot of men that are hyper emotional. Now look what's happening. There's school shootings happening. Women beat. There's bad things that happen when a man gets emotional, and the only reason it's happening is because of telling men to be emotional.
It's also
so here's the thing, like when Sergio's
oh, you want to see tweaking? Just wait till the end of the show. You haven't seen shit.
But so here's the thing, like what women want and what women say they want in a man is not what you guys choose in the men that you date 9 times out of 10, right? So if a guy's like a little bitch, he's like crying on your shoulder, right? And he's like, oh my god,
that's not a safe space. That's different. That's
but hold on, those are the guys that you want to create the safe space for.
Because if you're crying over literally, and that's a you problem that you need to take care of, like go see a therapist for that. But I'm saying like a safe space because men, y'all are getting very excited saying that you shouldn't be right now, which is showing toxic masculinity. I'm gonna use it, and they're gonna be mad at me. I'm sorry, but I'm saying like it's normal for y'all to be.
What are you talking about, man?
So Sterling's gonna give you some girl game, but a safe space for a guy is kind of what Sergio alluded to earlier when he said that she made him come and then like clean up his house. It's like making it to where when he comes home, he doesn't have to fight you and all the other things.
A safe space can be different for everybody. Like it's that.
I would argue that's for most men,
right? So my point is that. Sergio kind of just hit the nail, right? So it looks different for everybody, but there's foundationals for everybody, right? So it's really just the guy goes out, he has to conquer the world. When he comes back, he have to conquer his own home.
If a guy is not emotionally intelligent enough to realize that he can't feel emotions and like literally can't, because that's what men do.
It's not about.
I don't need to be a part of that.
It's not about not feeling emotions, right? So,
but if it's
the man's job is to keep his emotions in check. If you've been around,
exactly.
I deal with kids all the time, right? So I mentor kids. If you deal with like younger kids, they're very emotional. You have to train them to not be as emotional. You got to train them to not hit just because they're mad, stuff like that.
I feel like, while you're training people to learn their emotions, you also learn them and figure out how to like calm them down, to just avoiding them.
And that's
a fact.
And that's why we talk about stoicism here. I'm gonna actually shout out to Jay Waller right here. This is one of my favorite things that they always talk about. So he always says that a man is supposed to be like a rock on the side of the ocean, okay? Mm-hmm. And a woman is the emotional waves that come over him.
I feel that.
And so like a man, if you're reacting, like say my girl is like having an emotional day about something like that, and say like she says something and I react back, that's not good. I'm falling out of character.
Fact.
I should have been stoic as a stone and not let that crack me. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
So that's why men kind of usually fill this role. And there's nothing wrong with it. It works perfectly tandem together when you do it correctly.
Yeah.
You know?
I like you guys have the role, but it'd be somebody in your guys' life that you can take that role away and just be yourself.
Well, we always say that like other men.
It's other men.
That's your boys.
That's
other men.
It's your boys. Yeah. That's really who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of low key.
And it's not so what because it's not.
Sorry,
no, do you think?
But because it's our boys, it's other guys, because they inherently understand everything we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute detail of a situation, they'll understand it to the core.
Right.
So that's the person we can actually let our guard down around and be super vulnerable and express those emotions with, because there's going to be no like misinterpretation. There's not really going to be and there's going to be able to actually help us with there's a practical like way out.
Yeah, relatable.
A solution.
Yeah.
A solution,
Exactly.
a solutions based like way out, rather than just sort of listening and being empathetic.
Mhm.
Guys want solutions to their problems.
Don't get me
That
wrong.
Rather than
makes
just
sense,
like
that makes
talking
sense.
them out.
Like they don't want just a big ass hug.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
like if there's something wrong in my life, I'm like, okay, how do I fix this problem so I don't have these, so I don't feel sad anymore?
I low-key feel
and,
like I'm
and
kinda
women
like
are the
that, too.
opposite. 9 times out of 10, if you tell a woman, like if she says, "Hey, I had this going on," and then you give her a solution, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say, "I just wanted you to listen."
I just wanted to
Yeah.
talk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Right.
very opposite. And like like the thing
Yeah.
is like don't get me wrong. If it's might or something, obviously he can
Well,
do or say something, but like
Grief
we're
is real.
saying most issues though are what I would call a scratch of the knee. It's not that
Yeah.
big of a deal. Like you can get over it, you can talk to your boys about it, you can solve the issue,
Okay.
and that's all we're trying to say really when we say that.
Right.
And
And it's not an emotional shutdown, because I think that's kind of what you were alluding to. It's not
Yeah, we're
us
not
just
trying to
being
shut down,
emotionally
yeah.
distant to you. It's just that
Yeah.
what you guys want, in essence, the person who you can lean on and like talk, and they're not going to talk back. That's what you guys want. We want somebody who's going to have a solution. So we got our guy friends who are going to give us the solutions.
Can I say something? I feel
Yeah.
like me personally, as I grow older, I feel like I'm thinking like a man. Like not now, but like that's I am me personally. Like
was
I want
gonna
a
say that,
solution. Like I may want to talk about it, but I'm getting older. It's just like I want the shit fixed.
you want solutions for
That's
that.
it.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
cry over it. But for you, what
For sure, no.
what do you bring to the table? What are you gonna bring?
They really all said kind of some of the same thing that I
Well,
was
we
gonna
thought.
say. Yeah.
My fault, OG.
Like I don't know. It's crazy. We're all Pisces. Like I feel like Pisces are very loving people. Like they love unconditionally,
love
like
us too.
so deeply. When I fall in love, it's crazy. Like I don't like doing that shit.
It's weird because I'm a Pisces too, but I don't
Stop
feel it at all.
because
y'all.
I've never met a
I
man
don't feel it at all.
No,
y'all.
Pisces are
I'm
fun.
saying the same.
Can
You're
y'all
like
sense it?
that.
I gotta know though. Do you
That's
sense
why you're
it?
like that.
I've never.
You do sense it?
Okay, for some reason.
Hey, guess what? I'm not a Pisces.
Okay, but you said it, so I didn't sense it.
I never said I thought you
Relax. I was gonna say
I'm
though.
sorry, I had to.
I always end up fucking with other men Pisces,
I've
and
never
it's
met
always
a
a
man.
mess. It's always a mess.
I'm sorry, I just had to do that.
I've never met a man Pisces.
I was
You
just gonna
weren't
say
giving
that's
vibes.
why you acted like that though. That makes sense.
My father's actually a male Pisces.
I want to know just really quick, or did you have something to say?
Oh yeah, so like a lot of what you guys were talking about when we asked, what do you bring? Was a lot of like comfort, and things of this nature. And my piece of girl game advice to you all is number one, my favorite quality about any of the women I date is that they don't talk. I mean that, and I'm not. I mean that in a condescending way. But like, I come home from like a hard day or whatever. I've had a rough day, a long day, tiring day. I don't want to sit there and have a conversation. I want to cuddle. Let's just be my peace.
I'm thinking you
still
saying
safe.
like
Be
you
my
don't want to
peace.
be around me.
That's still
Oh,
So you're just saying
yeah.
like you want.
I want to be. I want to be around her, but in a peaceful environment.
I, can respect
I don't want her to start a conversation. How was your day? I don't give a shit. I don't talk to me about it.
That's
I just want to sit here and fucking chill out.
Yeah.
No.
Simple.
no.
It's simple.
That-
The less you talk, the happier I am.
So you want a
Rub
stuffed
it-
animal?
No.
Literally, that's all you want.
A stuffed animal can't cook
Listen,
and clean for me.
exactly. Rub his feet, rub
You
his
know,
back. I'm
AI
telling
is
you.
a thing now, so they might be coming out with one.
Rub his feet.
You
rub his
never
back.
know with
I'm
the
telling you.
AI right now.
Literally.
You're totally right. I had to ask really quick though. Who wants a relationship at the table actually though? Like who actually, if like the perfect person came up in the next year, who actually wants a relationship? Do you want one? Do you want one? Do you want one?
The perfect person.
I do.
You don't want one? You good? You good?
I would.
You consider it? Do you want one?
If it was like Miracle is perfect person, yes. But I feel like in my life right now, I'm not trying to do that.
Okay.
She
Do you
belongs-
want-
she
do you
belongs-
want-
You gotta.
He's hit you with
God
it like
damn it.
6 times tonight.
I walk into it every time. Fuck.
I do want one.
You do want one? That's always we always got to kind of start with that with some of these questions because it's like a lot of this is irrelevant if you don't want a relationship. You know, like a lot of the advice that I give or any like that, you know, it might not even be useful if you don't want it.